How badly do you want to have sex?
Very badly. Very, very, very badly.
This is gonna be interesting.
How do you define virginity? It's really making me think here.
If we're talking like heteronormative,
It's so complicated. Penis and vagina.
I feel like a 2-year-old like talking about this right now.
Penetrative sex, whether that be dick, tongue, toy kind of thing.
That's actually an interesting question because like if you read the technical definition, I'm pretty sure it says like even like oral sex is considered losing your virginity, and even kissing can be considered losing your virginity.
Whatever you consent to is pretty much what defines your own virginity.
I'm a man of faith, and so I'm a believer. And so I definitely see sex as a responsibility. Abstinence even goes further to that, even looking at a girl lustfully and looking at a girl in a sexual manner, just like keeping your eyes pure.
How badly do you want to have sex?
Very badly. Very, very, very badly.
I mean, I'm a teenager, but I'm not a horny teenager.
I just never had the need or want, to be honest. I haven't done anything. I haven't had a boyfriend, or I haven't even had my first kiss. I'm not in a rush.
On the scale of how horny am I, I'm not that horny, but it definitely needs to happen.
It's something I get to look forward to. And so once that moment happens, it's gonna be really, really amazing. But I hear that there's like an attachment, and I don't want to gain that attachment when I'm not ready for it. I've seen actually a lot of drama from it too. And so with me, I'm like, I ain't trying to get a part of that drama,
I feel like the only times I really like actually think about romantic relationships or sex is like when I see it in a movie, and it's like, oh, look at that. And then I'm like on the couch by myself, and I'm like, oh, that would be nice.
Why are you a virgin? Straight up, it's that it just hasn't happened to me in like natural progression of life.
I grew up in a Christian family that believes in abstinence. If I have sex, I'll go to hell. So that's the only time I ever heard about it.
Yes, I love Jesus, but also I completely know I'm gonna be a freak when I like lose my virginity, and I don't want to unleash on anyone who's not my husband. I'm just saying.
I was always scared too, just because like my parents were really young when they had me. So it was just something that I didn't want to repeat.
Me and my twin were assaulted, so I am a bit more careful about it, I guess, in a sense. I guess I am the way I am because I've been through what I've been through.
I'm a Christian, and I think a large part of my life, I like believe that premarital sex was a sin. I'm like in this middle stage where I'm trying to figure it out and like reading books and having conversations with people. As people I think are doing more research into that, they're realizing that what they believed to be like condemned isn't exactly condemned.
It says, have you ever had an orgasm? I'm a guy, I fall short.
Do I have to answer this? Can I skip it?
No, I have not. Which is, I guess that's probably why I'm like so anxious about that, because I've never done that.
In school growing up, people would always make fun of those people who were like masturbating all the time, so I thought it was something stupid. So I honestly never did it till I was 18 years old.
I don't think I actually knew what I was doing though. I just knew that like I would do something and it would feel really good, and then I was like, I should do that more.
So my mom offered to buy me my first vibrator. She was like, hey, so I know you're like older and you're independent and you have like needs. Please try to like make sure it's not like $200, but like I'll buy you like your first vibrator. And yeah, so she's amazing.
Would you rather your first time be with a virgin or someone experienced? Whoa, I haven't thought about that.
Preferably someone with experience.
I mean, I feel like one of us should know what we're doing, right?
I feel like I'm fine either way. I don't know, I think there's just like the whole like insecurity thing. I would constantly be comparing myself to like that other person's past partners, or I would be thinking like, am I doing this right?
Honestly, I'd rather my first time be with another virgin, just so I could feel comfortable that we both don't know what we're doing.
I think it's more about the person, If you really are in love with them or you really have a connection with them, it shouldn't matter.
Are you ever embarrassed about being a virgin? I feel like the older I get, I'm already 22, so it's like kind of weird, but I'm not gonna lie, I do get embarrassed about it sometimes, yeah.
There's this stigma against virgins, right? That you're awkward or you're weird or there's something wrong with you. You can't make eye contact. You can't hold a conversation. And while I don't exude any of those things, like that's not me. It's been my experience when I have gone on dates in the past where they will take the time to get to know me and see like my glowing personality. And then they find out this piece that I think is a very small piece about me. And all of a sudden my entire being is framed by that one thing.
You know, I try to set my expectations up front. And initially they're like, oh, okay, like I respect that. But the longer the relationship goes on, they try to pressure you. I did have this one guy call me in the middle of the night for 5 hours to tell me that Christianity wasn't real, God isn't real, I was being ridiculous. So yeah, that ended.
So awkward. Sometimes if there are people around you just trying to brag all the time, kind of bragging about how many times they've had sex, like I don't even want to explain to them why. So it's better just to hit that white lie. Yeah, I've had sex. They're probably not gonna question. I think they'd question it more if you told them you were a virgin than if you just lied and told them you're not a virgin.
Whenever we would be at a party or something like that, oh, you're the virgin, you're the goody good, you know? But I think over time, it's like, I embraced it. It's one of those things, it's like once you get to a certain point, it's like, I'm 29. Shoot, if I'm get to the 40-year-old virgin type thing, like, I'm cool with it.
Have you had the chance to lose your virginity but chose not to? Yes, I've had the chance.
Yeah, I've had a chance to.
No. Yeah.
No. I wasn't social and just very bad at talking to people. I'm also very oblivious to flirting.
There's always just those people that slide into your DMs and are like, hey, you wanna have sex with me? I'm like, stranger, go away, no.
Yes. It was there, and something just told me like, it's just not worth it.
It was after like winter formal, and I made out with this guy. He finished, and he wanted to continue and stuff, but I was just like, you know, I'm okay.
Do you ever regret not taking those chances?
Not really, because a lot of those chances were like a party situation or like you're drunk, they're drunk. It's not like it was a romantic situation where it was super intimate and you just missed out because you were scared. So I really don't feel like I missed out in those scenarios.
Do you watch porn?
When I was like younger, it was Tumblr porn, and it was like, this is like, is anybody watching? Close my door, lock my door, make sure no one knows this is happening, and then be like, oh my gosh.
It's so awkward. I'm like, these people are doing it on camera.
I don't watch porn now, but I think there was like a big part of my like life every day, like watching porn. I think like it did get to the point of addiction, this constant reminding of like, this is really bad, and you like beat yourself up about it, and you're like not telling anybody about it because you just assume that none of your friends are watching porn. Porn is also like something where like even like I'm rethinking a lot. When I like more lean towards like, I don't know if porn is bad, when my viewpoint shifted, I just like, there wasn't anything that I was fighting anymore, so I just stopped watching porn.
I feel like if you can differentiate that porn isn't real life from the fact that it is, like porn is strictly an entertainment thing, as long as you're consuming in moderation, it shouldn't be a problem.
Are you afraid for your first time? Yeah, totally. Me and like someone else just being that intimate with each other and revealing that much of yourself to someone else is just intimidating.
I'm not, because I kind of just like, if I trust this person, then I shouldn't have a reason to be afraid.
I'm afraid of it not meeting my expectations. I think since I've had so long to fantasize about it, I have all these like visions of like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be on like satin sheets with rose petals and candles, and I think I've amped it up a lot in my head.
I'm afraid I'm not gonna get any pleasure out of it, because there's the huge like stereotype is it's pleasure for the guy and the girl doesn't get anything. I'm pansexual, and if I do end up having a male partner and that happening, that would really suck, so.
I did hear from friends that it's not gonna be very pleasant. And I know it's gonna be awkward, but that's why I hope it's with the right person, just so we can laugh it off afterwards.
I see myself after like the wedding, you know, where it's like going back to the room. Yeah, and then there's this special moment where this is actually something I think can be really surprising for a lot of people, is I actually want to pray This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna sound crazy. I think it'll be a beautiful thing to be able to actually like pray and stuff like while doing it. It sounds crazy, but like I just think it's so beautiful. So yeah.